Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode, and in this episode I want to talk about DEC servers, and DEC servers are terminal servers. So what is a terminal server? A terminal server is a possibility to connect to a time-sharing machine like WEX over Ethernet, and then have the terminals, the serial terminals, on a different place. I've made ugly paint graphic for that, and you can see here on the left is the WEX, and in the middle is the DEC server, and on the right are 8 terminals, and they are the green lines are the serial lines, the blue one is the Ethernet, and the WEX has also the operator's console, which is directly connected serial to the machine, and there can be a quite big distance between the machine and the DEC server, and then you can have the terminals in another room or also another building. That's the reason why we are using DEC servers or terminal servers, just to have the possibility to connect several terminals, a lot of terminals, to one machine. To this topic, there's also a video by Clap Retro. I will link that video down below, where he explains a bit more in general about terminal servers and based on Cisco terminal servers. So I have two kinds of terminal servers here on the right. These are terminal servers for the DEC 90 environment. The 4 different DECserver 90L, DECserver 90L Plus, 90TL, and 90M. These are different generations. This is the oldest one. It's from 1991. It's quite basic terminal server. You can connect 8 terminals to that DEC server or printers. So you have the possibility to connect printers or terminals, but on this DEC server, you can only have one session per port at a time, and that's the reason why there is another one. This is the DECserver 90L Plus, so the Plus version of the L, and this DECserver 90L Plus supports multiple connections per port. We will see that feature later in the video. Down here is the next generation, is the DECserver 90TL, and the L stands for LAT, or Local Area Transport, and this is the terminal server protocol from DEC. And the DEC servers were a quite popular product from DEC, because they made WEX and alphas, and so they made time-sharing machines, and then they need servers for that purpose. But the DEC proprietary DEC protocol LAT, part of the DECnet environment, is based only for DEC machines, and therefore there's the TL version, and T stands for Telnet. So with the DECserver 90 TL, you can also connect to Telnet machines or Telnet servers. And you can see also there is another connector. This is not the MMJ type DEC, it's the RJ45 style connector, but you cannot use the Cisco cables to connect to the serial line, because the pinout is different to the Cisco serial RJ45. And the newest one, this is the DECserver 90M. I think M stands for multi-protocol, because this DEC server supports more than Telnet and LAT. It supports also PPP and some other protocols, but there were also different versions of the DECserver 90M. So this is the 1 megabyte flash version, but there were also some versions with a bigger flash memory or without flash memory. The two versions here on the top, they have an internal flash, so they do not need a boot server, but the DECserver 90TL needs a boot server, so on the WEX must be an image, like the other DEC server I will show later. And for this DEC server, this DEC server will need to load the image from the machine to start, and the DECserver 90M with 1 megabyte flash can load an image from a server or from the internal flash memory, but there were also versions with 2 megabytes or 4 megabytes. And I think I've read that there was also a DECserver 90M Plus, but this is released somewhere in the early 2000s, and thus this DEC server is not made by DEC anymore, but the DECserver 90M is made by DEC. And the other DEC server I will show you is this one. This is the DECserver 200MC. We'll come to that later, because there are also some other DEC servers, like a DECserver 90TM. This is the DEC server, the bigger DEC server for the DEC 900 environment, but I do have a DEC Hub 900, but I do not have DECserver 900 TM, so I will recommend a video from Digital Diggings, what I will link down below, about the bigger DECserver 900 TM. First, let's have a look at the DECserver 200MC, and this is a server which needs a boot load from a machine. So on my WEX is a program called DECserver configuration DSV config, and an image, and the DECserver loads the image while booting from the running WEX, and on the right are some indicators, and when the indicator D3 is turned on, the server has the image. The DECserver 200 is basically an upgrade of the DECserver 100, and this is the MC version, and MC stands for modem control. So you can connect terminals to it, but you can also connect a modem to it, and it's something I definitely want to try in a further video, to connect with a modem to that device. There is a video from Digital Diggings, I will link that below, and I've configured that device like shown in that video, and you can see also the inside from the machine. When I've got that machine, I have to clean the whole machine because it was dirty inside everywhere. This is the reason right here on the left are two holes, because I have to remove the power filter behind that. Behind this, which is located here. That's the reason why I have to drill two holes in the DECserver. Basically, you have 8 serial line connectors. You can use an adapter from 25 pin to 9 pin, and then use a 0 modem cable. Or you can use these DEC adapters to adapt it to an MMJ DEC style connector. And it is connected down here a transceiver which converts the AOI to 10 base T, which goes to the DEC repeater 90TS on the top. Now I have connected a terminal to the DECserver 90L+, and I will use a VT510, a real DEC terminal, to show you some features of the DECserver 90L+. And at the moment we will see the prompt of the DECserver 90L+, and we can enter some commands. So we can enter connect and then the DECnet name, and it's enough to enter the C, and then the DECnet name is DBS1 of the machine we will connect. This is my WEX server 4300, and if we hit enter, we see the login screen, and we can enter system and the password of the system account, and we are logged into the machine, and we can enter several commands to see who is logged in, for example. But because this is a DECserver 90L+, it supports multiple sessions, so we can hit F5, and then we are back in the prompt of the DECserver, and we can connect to another machine, but we hope, is it enabled? VX1, no, it's not enabled, so we have to wait. But we can connect to DBS1 again with a second session, and we are logged in now twice. So the third connection is a Telnet connection, and if we hit F5, we can enter resume 1 to resume the other session, and now we are in the other session. We can log out here, and then we're back, and we can go to resume 2, and we are in the so we can in another session, so we can switch the sessions with the F5 key, and this feature wasn't available in the DECserver 90L. It was added to the DECserver 90L+, and I think that you can have 4 or 5 sessions at a time. Yeah, this is the interface of the DECserver 200. It's quite similar to the DECserver 90L or 90L+. You can enter connect DBS1, and then we establish a connection to a WEX machine or Alpha or another machine which supports LAT. But a feature is you can enter show service, and then we can see the available machines. This feature is not available on the DECserver 90L Plus, so we can see there's at the moment only one machine available, DBS1 with, this is the welcome screen we can see here on top. This is a VEX VMS 6.1 on VEX 4300. So, and the last thing I want to show is the DECserver 90M, and I'm connected to the DECserver 90M, and also here we can connect with the same command to the VEX, but the DECserver 90M, also the DECserver 90TL, allows Telnet connections or TCP connections. So we can enter a connect, and then we, with the Telnet, and then an IP address. And now we are connected to a Linux machine with running Telnet server. And we can log in into a Linux machine, for example, or NetBSD or something like that, but we are able to establish Telnet connections with that DECserver 90M, and we are not limited to LAT anymore. So, that's the end of the video. I hope you find that interesting, and leave comments below, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.